Meeting of the Greater Lafourche Port Commission will now come to order. Mr. Thomas Beecher, will you lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance?
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, I think we're missing a cameraman here, so
No
nobody
cameraman.
can start.
That's why I called Tom to do that today.
Thank you.
The camera's front and center filming us right now.
Yeah. We got a camera?
All right.
Oh, okay. Hey, Tom, you with camera? All right. Mr. Colley, would you do a roll call, please?
Yes, sir. Seat A, Chucky Jeremy.
Here.
Seat B, Tom Pete.
Here.
Seat C, Jimmy Lafont.
Here.
Seat D, Rodney Gisclair.
Here.
Seat E, Reggie Leday.
Here.
Seat F, Larry Griffin.
Here.
Seat G, John Melisson.
Here.
Seat H, Mike Colley here. Seat I, Chris Colley.
Here.
We have a quorum, Mr. President.
Thank you, Mr. Colley. Next, we have approved minutes from September 13th, 2023 meeting. Move by Mr. Griffin. Second by Mr. John Melisson. Any discussion? Any public comment? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion passed. Next, we have Executive Director's Report.
I don't have anything other than what's on there, and just to let you know, Chad is at the Mineral Board meeting in Baton Rouge. First on the Executive Director's Report, Northern Expansion, the Northern Expansion Slip C Flotation Canal Sweet Dredge Project, PCO.
Yeah, coastal dredging is the contractor. The project is complete and the lien period is up. We are expecting to receive the clear lien certificate fairly soon, so that we do have the request for retainage on the agenda for approval.
Okay.
Next, Northern Expansion Slip D Bulkhead, GIS Engineering.
We took bids on this project last Thursday. They were quite high, so on the agenda later on, we'll have a recommendation to reject them. It's just too expensive for the port and its tenants to afford at this point.
And we could do some valued engineering and adjust a few things on it.
We'll be meeting with Davey and Chet and figuring out a way to move forward.
Thank you, John. Airport projects, the airport operations for last month, we had 1,988 operations. We had 12,232 passengers and 17,922 vehicles visit the airport. And the next project would be Airport Connector Road and Bridge, PC Olin Associate.
Yeah, Sea Level Construction is the contractor. He's moving along with pouring concrete, mostly on the east side, and he's working on the control house. That's coming along pretty good. We are talking with them and DOTD currently about additional money for aggregate, and we'll probably have a recommendation for you at next meeting.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you, Joe.
Thank you.
Next would be the PAPI LED upgrades, upgrade GIS Engineering.
Right, this particular project, we waited for like 3 months for the material to come in, and it came in, it was installed, and it didn't quite work right, doesn't quite point in the right direction. So we are getting together with the contractor and the supplier to correct that.
All right, John, appreciate it. And next, fuel system rehab, GIS Engineering.
In this one, we took bids about 3 weeks ago. The one bid we got was over budget. The piping in particular was high, so we are recommending rejection of that bid as well. That's on your agenda later on.
All right.
Okay.
On the other projects, flotation canal and front commercial marina dredging, PC Holden Associate.
So Coastal Dredging's the contractor. He's continuing to work along the mooring dolphins and filling the mitigation area just north of Flotation Canal. He's probably about halfway done with the mooring dolphin area right now.
Okay. Next is flotation canal drainage improvement projects, PCO.
Yeah, TD Construction Group is the contractor. He's complete with the project, and as of last week, we We do have a certificate of substantial completion and a change order on the agenda for approval. The change order is just to balance out quantities. There's no time or money associated, just for accounting purposes.
Thank you, Joe.
Thank you.
So Leeville, LA1, construction, canal dredging and mitigation. Neil, Angela?
So contractor on this project is Coastal Dredging that was awarded this summer, and notice to proceed was issued July 17th. The contractor anticipates starting work with construction of the containment berms next week, and then bringing in the dredge in about 30 days. As of now, their contract timeline ends the first week in December. They're anticipating completion around the first week in March. So we are holding a meeting with them tomorrow to talk about timing, but as of now, their schedule's about 3 months behind.
And he is well aware of that and make sure he knows that.
Yes, sir, and we're gonna be reiterating that again tomorrow.
All right, and the next project, Fouchon Beach. Neil?
Okay, on this project, we have all the permits from the DNR and the Corps. Plans and specs have been completed and are currently at the port here with final review. Bryce and I are gonna be going over that stuff shortly, and then we're ready to go out for bid.
Good deal, appreciate it. Thank you, Neil. Next is Hurricane Ida repair projects. The first project on the list is Operations Center, EOC, and Warehouse. Redemeyer was the architect and Tosh was the contractor. That job is complete. They did install the chain hoist yesterday, which was the final item needed on the project. So we have a clear lien certificate later on in the agenda to approve or review. Next is the boat lift, roof and wharves. That project GIS engineering.
Okay, this is the project that Tidewater Dock has been working on for us. They are substantially complete. Y'all have that on your agenda later on, and they are essentially complete. They've got a couple little cleanup items to finish. We are working on a balancing change order for next month's meeting.
Okay.
And we move to the airport hangar building demolition, GIS.
We, y'all awarded that contract to Betco last month. They will be starting in the next week or so on tearing down the old airport hangar. And we are progressing internally to rebuild it.
Right, working on the final plans for the new building. Next is flotation canal mooring dolphin repairs, Angelette Design.
So Sea Level Construction was the contractor on this project. They did complete the work on time, and they have applied for their clear lien certificate. That was the clear lien period, or lien period ended last Thursday. We're still waiting to receive that. Today we have on the agenda later on with the pay apps, their final pay app number 7 for $114,180 for your consideration, and that's to be paid once that clear lien certificate is received.
I got you. Thank you, Neil.
Thank you.
Next is the inland debris removal. That contractor on that project is Lowland Construction. They completed removing all the items in Fouchon. They're getting ready to move back to Leeville. They had some work to do on one of their vessels, on their work barge. And it should take them 1 to 3 days, they said, to remove all the items in Leeville and close that project up. And that concludes my list of stuff.
All righty, Mr. Brewer. Thank you very much. All right, any public comment? Joe?
I'm actually here to hear about the permits for the Ducks Unlimited and the CPRA Marsh Creation Project.
All right. Okay. Any other public comment? Okay, now we're going into committee reports. We're going into executive committee. Members are Chucky Sherman, Chairman, Rodney J. Gisclair, Larry Griffin, and Jimmy Lafont. First, we have consider approving the agreement with CPRA for the TE-0134 West Fouchon Marsh Creation and Nourishment Project.
And Bryce?
For this project, as we reported on Monday, and as you can see on the screen, will dredge Bell Pass, Bayou Lafourche, portion of Flotation Canal, and probably all of Slip A, and put material in the areas identified in orange and green. The Port Commission would be responsible for the project, and under the QIPRA project, CPRA would reimburse us a portion of the cost. As it stands, it's slated to be a $34 million project with the port putting up to $10 million toward that. So this is the agreement with CPRA that covers everything I just said.
All right. Any questions? All right, moving on. Next, consider, we need to make a motion. I need a motion. Move by Mr. Rodney Gisclair. Second by John Mellison. Any discussion? Any
Well,
public comment?
I'd like to just add, it goes in cooperation with our environmental mindset here we have here at the port to work with all of the restoration programs, and we just want the public to know that we are trying to restore some of the properties down in Fouchon and along our shores.
Absolutely, and this is one of those, if y'all recall, this is the first project where initially they were gonna take offshore Varro and fill this marsh creation, but we were able to do the evaluation and show them how it would be feasible to take our material from Bayou Lafourche, kind of kill two birds with one stone, to do the marsh creation project. So, good project.
All right. Okay, any other public comment? Any other discussion? Any public comment? All in favor? Aye. All opposed? Motion passed. Next, consider declaring the equipment and items are surplus and no longer needed for the public purpose and ready for advertise for sale.
Yeah, typically we do this once a year, and we have some items available that we'll be putting out on this list that you can see in your folder.
All right, need a motion. Moved by Mr. Mike Colley, second by Mr. Larry Griffin. Any discussion? Any public comment? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion passed. Next, consider approving a request from M&I to amend the mooring dolphin lease.
All right, MI currently has 9 dolphins, and they're looking at reducing that number to 3. So we would follow their current lease and give them a 90-day note. Consider this a 90-day notice to cancel 6 of their dolphins.
All right, need a motion. Move Mr. Tom Pete, second by Mr. Jim Lafont. Any discussion? Any public comment? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion passed. Next, we have consider approving the accredited delegate for the AAP annual convention meeting.
All right, this is typically done every year for the AAPA convention. Chet Chasson is usually named as the delegate, with Chucky Sheremy and Rodney Gisclair as alternates if needed.
All right, I need a motion. Moved by Mike Colley, second by Reggie Day. Any discussion? Any public comment? All in favor? Aye. All opposed? Motion passed. Next, consider approving the access agreement for Ducks Unlimited Marsh terracing project.
Bryce has those details.
Okay, so this agreement is to allow Ducks Unlimited to go onto the property. If you see on the picture off to the right, portion of that is property along old LA1 that we purchased from the Constantine family. This would allow Ducks Unlimited and their contractor to go on site and do the terracing project, which we're actually participating in funding. So the recommendation is to approve.
All right. Need a motion. Moved by Mr. Reggie Ledier, second by Mr. Larry Griffin. Any discussion? Any public comment? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion passed. All right, getting out of executive meeting, going into Permits and Waterways Committee. Members are Rodney Gisclair, Chairman, Reggie Ledier, Tom Pete, and Chucky Sheremy. Mr. Gisclair.
Thank you, Mr. President. We're going to review the permit from the Louisiana Department of Wildlife and Fisheries. Permit application for the creation of an artificial reef at the site of the former Pelican Island in Timberlair Bay. Approximately 5,000 cubic yards of crushed concrete, limestone, or low-profile concrete structures less than 1 foot will be used to construct the reef. That concludes the permits, and this also concludes the Permits and Waterways Committee report.
All right, thank you, Mr. Gisclair. Getting out of Permits and Waterways, going to Construction and Development Committee. Members are Chris Colley, Chairman, Mike Colley, Jim Lafont, Chucky Sheremy. Mr. Colley, you're up.
Good morning, and thank you, Mr. President. First, we have consider accepting the clear lien certificate from Coastal Dredging Company for the Northern Expansion Slip C Sweep Dredging.
The job is complete, and we recommend approval.
All right, need a motion.
Move.
Moved by Chris Colley, second by Mike Colley. Any discussion? Any public comment? All in favor? All opposed? Motion passed.
Next, we consider adopting the resolution to accept the work from Coastal Dredging Company for the Northern Expansion Slip C Sweep Dredging.
And this is the final paperwork needed for DOTD on this project.
All right, need a motion.
Move.
Moved by Chris Colley, second by Tom Pete. Any discussion? Any public comment? All in favor? All opposed? Motion passed.
Next, we're going to consider rejecting all bids for the Northern Expansion Slip D Bulkhead Project.
And that bid was way over budget, so we recommend rejecting.
All right,
Move.
we got a motion by Mr. Chris Colley, second by Jim Lafont. Any discussion? Any public comment? All in favor? All opposed? Motion passed.
Next, consider adopting the resolution for the Airport Capital Improvements Program 2024-2028.
And this is the 5-year plan that we have to resubmit every year to FAA on our airport projects plan. So it's a matter of getting this approved and sent in.
All right, motion by Chris Colley, second by Mr. Larry Griffin. Any discussion? Any public comment? All in favor? All opposed? Motion passed.
Next, consider rejecting all bids for the Airport Fuel System Rehabilitation Project.
Again, this project was over budget as well, so we're recommending rejecting and rebidding once we review changes that can be made.
Move.
Moved by Chris Colley, second by Reggie Leday. Any discussion? Any public comment? All in favor? All opposed? Motion passed.
Next, we have consider approving change order number 1 from TD Construction Group for the Flotation Canal Road Drainage Improvements.
And that project is complete. This change order is just to adjust the quantities, no additional cost or days on it. We'll recommend approval.
All right, in a motion.
Move.
Moved by Chris Colley, second by Mr. Rodney Gisclair. Any discussion? Any public comment? All in favor? All opposed? Motion passed.
Next, consider approving the substantial completion certificate from TD Construction Group for the Flotation Canal Road Drainage Improvements.
Job is complete. We recommend approval.
All right, need a motion?
Move.
Moved by Chris Colley, second by John Mellison. Any discussion? Any public comment? All in favor? All opposed? Motion passed.
Consider accepting the clear lien certificate from Tosh for the operations, EOC, and warehouse repairs.
That job is complete and we recommend approval.
Move.
Moved by Chris Colley, second by Reggie Leday. Any discussion? Any public comment? All in favor? All opposed? Motion passed.
Consider approving the substantial completion certificate from Tidewater Dock for the Ida Boat Lift Roof and Wharf project.
The job is substantially complete, and we want to note that Nerby Collins Marina will be open to the fishermen after this approval if voted on.
All right.
I move.
Moved by Mr. Chris Colley, second by Jim Lafont. Any discussion? Any public comment? All in favor? All opposed? Motion passed.
Our final item, consider accepting the clear lien certificate from Sea Level Construction for the Flotation Canal Mooring Dolphin repairs.
That job is complete, clear lien is done, we recommend approval.
All right, need a motion. Moved by Chris Colley, second by Tom Pete. Any discussion? Any public comment? All in favor? All opposed? Motion passed.
Mr. President, this concludes the Construction and Development Committee report.
Thank you, Mr. Colley. You did good today, and you got the Nerby Collins Marina open today.
Yes,
Very good. All right, we're going to the Finance Committee. Members are John Mellison, Jr., Chairman, Chris Colley, Larry Griffin, and Chucky Sherby. Mr. Mellison, finish it up.
All right. Good morning and thank you, Mr. President. We'll begin by considering approving payments of the September 2023 invoices and recognizing those over $25,000. We'll begin with item 1, Coastal Dredging Company Incorporated, $483,402.44. And that's for dredging of the flotation canal, front commercial marina, along with slip sea sweep dredging part 2. Next, we have Sea Level Construction Incorporated, $457,730.60. And that's for the flotation canal mooring dolphin repairs, along with the airport connector road and bridge. Item 3, USI Southwest, $323,133.75. And that's for port insurance renewals. Item 4, TD Construction Group LLC, $177,861.83. That's for the flotation canal road drainage improvements. Item 5, GIS Engineering LLC, $147,138.75. And that's for TE 171 Port Fourchon Marsh, Fourchon Island Bridge and Connector Road, Northern Expansion Slip D Bulkhead, and General Engineering Surveying and Consultant. Next, we have Tidewater Dock Incorporated, $126,919.15, and that's for Hurricane Ida Wharf Restoration. Item 7, Angelette Design LLC, $120,825.18, and that's for the flotation canal bank line protection, the Fourchon Beach maintenance, restoration, and protection. Interstation Electronic Systems LLC, $114,040.12. That's for video wall upgrade at the EOC. Item 9, Lafourche Parish Fire Protection District Number 3, $100,880.03. That is for a cooperative endeavor agreement we have in place with them. Item 10, Preferred Electrical Incorporated, $94,922.10. That's for the approach path indicator systems. Item 11, Tosh LLC, $86,485.73. That's for Hurricane Ida recovery. Item 12, American Integration Contractors LLC, $57,470.83. And that's for camera repair, EOC video wall upgrade, and labor. Item 13, PCO and Associates, $37,779.33. And that's for the flotation canal road drainage, airport connector road and bridge, slip sea sweep dredging part 2, the flotation canal roadway improvements, and general engineering. Item 14, CSRS Disaster Recovery Management LLC, $35,607.50, and that is for Hurricane Ida grant management. Item 15, Sail Plan Maritime Incorporated, $30,000 even, and that's for data fees. Item 16, Expert Technology, $28,666.10, and that's for security camera equipment. Item 17, Bank of America, $28,009.97. That's for monthly port credit card charges. And last, we have Ascent Aviation Group, $27,663.20. And that's for fuel for resale and truck rental. These expenditures, along with our others, bring us to a total of $3,321,672.03. And Mr. Griffin, if I got it right.
Got it.
Mr. President, I'd like to make a motion, we accept these expenditures.
All right, I got a motion by Mr. John Meliso, second by Mr. Larry Griffin. Any discussion? Any public comment? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion passed.
All right. As discussed in Monday night, we need to consider approving the September 2023 unaudited financial statements. And Mr. President, I'd like to make a motion, we accept these.
Okay, I got a move by Mr. John Meliso, second by Mr. Mike Colley. Any discussion? Any public comment? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion passed.
Excuse me. And lastly on the agenda, we have out-of-state travel and training. We had Director Chasson testify for the U.S. House Natural Resources Committee in Washington, September 27th through the 29th. And then we have Director Chasson attending Washington meetings again, November 14th through the 16th. And last, we have Harbor Police Sergeant Joshua Collins, along with Homeland Security Specialist Scott Bynum, attending the American Association's Port Authorities Emergency Response Summit in Virginia, November 15th through the 17th. And Mr. President, I'd like to make a motion we accept these out-of-state travel and training.
All right, I got a motion by Mr. John Mellison, second by Mr. Rodney Gisclair. Any discussion? Any public comment? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion passed.
Mr. President, this concludes the Finance Committee report.
All right, Mr. Mello, thank you very much. Do we have any other business? Any public comment? All right.
Move that we adjourn.
I got a motion by Mr. Jimmy Lafont to adjourn, second by Mr. Tom P. Any discussion? Any public comment? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion passed. I'd like to, everyone, it's breast cancer awareness month. That affected my family, affected a lot of y'all family, cancer and everything else. If just everyone this month say a prayer for all these people who have cancer and who's battling it and who's been through it. So just keep them in your prayers when y'all go to church and at night in your prayers. So that's all I'm asking from me and I guess the rest of the commissioners for that. So just remember, it's Breast Awareness Month, and don't be embarrassed to wear pink. I know at one time I was a little boy, but now I'm not. But
You're not.
oh no, I love pink now. But just for that. But all right, thank you very much, everyone, for attending the meetings. Meetings adjourned.